Hello, mate. Hello, 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 and a very warm welcome to Love Audio Production. My name is Paul Webber, and this particular stream, we are unboxing a new, brand new microphone boom arm for my desk, because I've had this particular one. You can't see, it's kind of out of shot just here. I've taken the microphone off of it, but I've had this one for about 13 years. It's done really well, but I think it's had its day. So I ordered one yesterday and it arrived today. Not even supposed to be here till tomorrow. But it's here and we're going to be unboxing it and we're going to be putting it on the back of the mixing desk and so that it comes into the production, okay? So, without further ado, let's get on with it. Love Audio! Okay, so I'm using the lavalier microphone. Whatever it's called, it's clipped on here, so hopefully you can hear me nice and clearly. It means that when I move around to the back of the desk, you can also hear what's going on. Also, I'm going to swap to, let's just rewind that, and then bring in the, make sure it's still live, which it should be. Let's try that. Let's wiggle the desk. Do you see that? Does the picture move? If I do that, can you see my fingers? That's the back of the mixing desk there. That's where the old microphone stand is attached. So that's what we're going to be undoing now. So I'm going to go around the back now. Let's have a quick slurp of coffee, because I haven't had one all day. So what I'm going to do right now, you can't see me, but I'm going to be undoing this, which is holding this particular one in place. And as you can see, it's kind of ruined it, really. It's kind of, and this particular metal bit as well is really just seen better days, to be perfectly honest with you. So I'm just going to unscrew that here, take that out of there completely, and then I can bring that through here very gently. As you can see, this is the old one, old-fashioned one with the springs on the outside. See that? So I'm going to get that out of the way. That can go on the floor. That'll be in the bin. And I'm going to undo this, which is the clamp that's on the back of the desk here. So if I undo that, and as you'll probably see when I take this off, you know, it's kind of really, kind of just had its day. And this bit here is loose as well. It comes off, so the circlip that was on there is gone. That goes on top of there like that, and it clamps to the desk. But look, it's already bent out of shape. Do you see that? So it's about time we've got a new one. So let's get rid of that, and let's go back to the front camera. It should be that one. And what we'll do now is unbox this one. Don't forget to give it a like, by the way. Give it a thumbs up if you like this particular video. I know we've only just started, but here we go. So this is the microphone boom arm stand. You can't see that because the label from Amazon is covering it, but so microphone boom arm stand, and it's got the springs internally, I think, rather than externally, which is a much better way of doing it as far as I'm concerned. So without further ado, let's unbox. Okay, bring my chair over so I can balance it on the chair a second while I take it out of its packaging. So very simply, these microphone arms are a great way of getting a microphone in front of your face without getting in front of anything else equipment-wise. So I want it to kind of raise up first and then come down in front of me and then launch to about here, I would guess. So that's the idea of the of getting the new mic stand. So this is the clamp first of all. So let's just unwrap that. There we go. So, and yeah, brand new, so shouldn't be anything wrong with this whatsoever. And you know, it's already good quality because look, inside there's like a little rubber piece that sits on top of the thing that I said was missing off of the old one, right? So I can wind that down to about the width of the thickness of the desk. I can test it because it's the same width as this, so that's perfect. And it's got a rubber piece on there as well, which is going to grip quite nicely, okay? So it looks really sturdy already, and then this bit clamps the actual microphone holder into place, so it's not moving around, all right? So we're going to go backstage again and see if we can get this fitted. Here we go. Yep. Back to that camera there. Put the rubbish in the bin, be really diligent about it. Here we go. So this goes on this side. It doesn't go the other way up unless you're upside down. Because the microphone bit fits into the top of there, which I'll show you in a second or two. But I want to get this on here first, okay? And then what we do is we tighten up underneath the desk. Hopefully we're going the right way. Is that the right way? Let me have a look. Should have figured this out first of all, shouldn't I? Maybe it's the other way. Hang on. Is that getting tighter? Yes, it is. Okay, good. All right. So I'm going to place it roughly there because I want it to go past my monitor and then just so it misses the camera as well. Okay? And all I'm going to do at this stage is just kind of finger tight. I don't want to over tighten it because that's, I think, what's happened with the last one is it got completely bent out of shape. So we'll leave that like it is. That's nice and solid. That's not moving anywhere. And we'll go back to the other camera very briefly. On this side. I could have done that, I suppose, couldn't I? Yeah.
Love Audio!
And then
Love Audio!
back to the other camera. We'll do that next time, all right? Okay, so now what we've got is we have an adapter for the microphone spigot. Now, if you've got one that's a different size, they generally come with a different adapter as well. Do you see that? Going to focus or not. There we are. So we'll see what we need. But what we also need is what I took off earlier is the cradle, suspension cradle for the microphone. So we'll keep that, the existing one. And that's already got the fitment in there, hopefully. So that should fit on the end of the microphone stand. So let's just take a look at it now. Also comes with an insect. No, I'm only joking. Well, it does come with an insect. Hang on, we're only one-legged. Why's that? Let me just hang on. Let's tweak that at the back there. Yeah, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that better? Not one-legged now. We're single-legged. Yeah, mono. That's cool. Okay, good. So yeah, let's bring this out of its thing. Nothing else in that particular bag. Always keep the wrapping as well, packaging-wise, because like I say, if it needs to go back for any reason, you've got the bits and pieces there that you need, all right? I think the good thing about this as well is that you can thread, if you wanted to, you could, and if you're any good at wiring, obviously, you can thread the XLR cable through that socket there, and it would be all hidden away. But I'm not going to do that on this occasion. This is spring-loaded. It warns you as well in this yellow thing. Caution, spring-loaded. So we take this off of here. Going to help, is it? Let me just get a pair of scissors, 1 second. Okay, so we're going to just cut through the tape on that one, he says. Still with me, Sammy? Okay, so that's gone off of there. Keep that in there in case it needs to go back, as I say, for any reason. And then there's also, they've put a cable tie around here as well, just for extra safety. So I'm just going to snip that off now. All right. That is quite springy, I've got to say. Having untangled that, it's no reason why, it's, you know, no surprise that they do that to make sure it doesn't kind of fling open and hurt somebody, you know. But already, you can tell the difference between that size and that size. That's what it was previously. Now look at the difference in the length. Okay, much better. That goes back on the floor. And there we go. See, that's already, it's like, that's a good workout material. So I could take that home and use it as an exercise machine. But that's not what we're here for. We're here to be professional, and we are here to make sure that we get this undone like that. That's going to be the main thing for attaching to that spigot that I mentioned earlier. I'm going to really tighten that up because they always come loose for some reason. So I'm going to really tighten that up. And then eventually, once I've got this in place, we'll put this on the end of that and then do the microphone and then put the microphone on and everything else, all right? So we're going to go backstage now to this mic. Oh, hang on. We didn't do it, did we? Hang on. We didn't do it. Let's do it properly.
Love audio.
Okay, so I'm going to gently feed this through to where I need it, okay? Because that's very important. And then what I want to do is to bring it back. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this, you know. What I'm probably going to do instead is move the stand, the bracket that the stand falls. Oops, stand falls on. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Hang on, just stay there. Stay there a second. Still there? Still with me? All right, good. Sorry, that was not good. Apologies if you got a bit dizzy there. So yeah, so what I'm going to do is bring this up and angle that down a bit if that's possible, so it doesn't fall over this time. So yeah, I'm going to undo this and put it on the back of the desk instead. This hole here is like a square that I've cut out for cables and stuff to go down through. If I undo that, and then literally, if I can swap it around so it's there, that will be better. Oh, it's got the cable caught in the way. Okay, that should be better. So this time, what I'm doing is going above the monitor stands because there wasn't enough room for it before. So that should, with any luck, go down through here. Just undo that a bit more. It's really quite tight, and that's good because I don't want it to move around once it's in place, you know? That looks really good, to be fair. So I'm going to just tighten that up underneath with the thumb screw. You can see that just moving. Just make sure it's nice and tight. And I'm hoping this will give me enough height clearance from the monitors so that it falls down. Let's move that out of the way slightly. So it goes down. Once it's got some weight on it, obviously, of course, like that, in front of the microphone, and it's far enough forward. Yeah, that's quite springy. So obviously once the microphone's on there, it's going to have some more weight to it, which is obviously what we need. But that's nice and tight there. I don't think we can do anything else to that. So just take a look at what I've done here. This is the new one. This is the new arm that's on there. That's really gripped around there like that. Secure there, it's not going to move. And if I show you underneath the desk, what you've got here is this. This is like a thumb tightening thing, and I've tightened it as much as I want to. I don't want to bend it out of shape, which is like the old one did. So I'll leave that like it is. Okay. Put that back up there. Show you that, and then we go around the front, and we deal with the business end of the actual microphone. So stay there a second.
Audio.
Now what I've got is the the arm itself is just touching the thing. So that actually is not going to work because it's not coming forward enough for what I need. So it's a good job that I checked that. What I'm going to do is move it again. I don't think that's going to be appropriate for what I need. So I'm going to probably move it again so it's in front of the monitor stands instead of behind it. So stay there a second, caller. We'll do that whilst we mess around with this a second.
Love audio.
So we go here. We've got the whole thing, of course, to move. So if I hold it in place, like that, what I could probably do is undo that slightly, twist it round 180, and then put it the other side of the monitor stands so it's not in the way of the monitor stands as well, but it's just going to rest slightly against the mixing desk. Okay. Now the problem I have is that I'm going to have to move some things around a bit because there's not a lot of room back here, so I'm going to have to just move the arm slightly for my monitor so that I can then angle this properly and then do it up. Do you see that? So if I had to move that out of the way, let's get the cables out of the way as well, and then we're going to tighten this up. And this isn't ideal because there's a lot going on down here and I need some more space, but for the time being what I'm showing you is how I can set this up properly, okay? So that's pretty tight and it's snapped into place there now, so that's okay, and that's right against the monitor arm that's above, okay? So that's that. I don't think that's going to be any tighter than that, okay? So I'll leave that in place for now. Just touching the back of the monitor arm. It's not what I want. It's not ideal by any stretch of the imagination, but it should be okay for now. So there we are. That's back on that side of the desk. It's got the arm already in it, which is great. That's what I wanted. I'm going to tighten that up so it doesn't slip out of its socket. That's just finger tight, okay? And we're going to go around to the front again now and do the microphone bit. So don't need another jingle, so that's okay. And then, so once I bend this down, there we go, it's just clear now, which is great. It just clears the monitor, which is exactly what I want. And it's nice, and it's a long reach as well, a much longer reach than the previous one. And so now what I want to do is to put the arm on here for the cradle, you know, for the shock mount for the microphone. So I'm just going to twist that on like that. Okay, let's make sure it's nice and tight. And then if I want to bring it into place, probably going to have it like so. But I'd like to have it symmetrical with the boom arm, you know. I could do that perhaps, which would be better. It's not bad at all, to be fair. Nice and tight there. And then, of course, the microphone's going to keep it from springing up because it's very sprung-loaded. Okay, that's one thing I will say. Is you know, it's going to go up unless you anchor it down with some kind of weight. So what we've got here is the Marshall MXL 2001 microphone. We squeeze that into place like that, and there you have it. That's the microphone, nice and close to where you need it to be. I can also bring it just slightly out of shot if I need to, and I can still operate the desk underneath it. And then if I need to kind of go over here slightly, I've got enough of the arm, which will really stretch far. Let's bring that back up because that's always going to be loose. I'll tighten that up if I can with that one. That's nice and tight now, so it's not going to move. And then what I need to do is run the cable for it just up above the microphone, the camera, I beg your pardon. And I'm coming down this arm. It's got a nice groove at the top there where the cable slots in, which is brilliant. And then just feed that in there like that. Okay, so this cable isn't long enough for some reason. Where's that coming from? That's coming from there. So I need to get a longer cable for this particular microphone. Or, I've got a better idea. I'm going to untangle that first and then take it out from this particular section and go up through the hole in the desk instead, okay? Just bear with me a second whilst I do that. So that one is going around the edge of there. Okay, that's fine. I'll keep hold of the cable so I know which one it is. Let's just wiggle that one. Is it that one there? Yes, it is. Brilliant. So I know that it's that cable there. Bring the slack through. Okay. And then I'm going to literally balance it up through the desk and rest it on the desk at the back. And if I swap over to the other camera, you'll see that what I've done here is just brought it up through here. Do you see that? That's the XLR that I need. So I've got plenty of slack now. I'm going to go up through here and just balance it on the edge of the desk, that side for a moment, and then come around the other side. And then I can feed it up through the new microphone stand, like so. There's plenty of slack there now, so what I need to do is bring enough slack down through here in order for me to plug this into there like that. Okay, that's okay, that's all out of the way. You can't see the cables. I can bring the mic down a little bit lower so it's not in the way. And yeah, I've got some adjustments to do with the monitors at the back, but that's okay, it's not a problem. So that's that point of view. What I need to do is switch the microphone on, because it's a separate preamp that's powering this one. In fact, I can show you that. Stay there a second. What I can do is bring this around. So that's the new stand. It goes up through there. Ignore this mess behind here. That's just some soundproofing behind the thing, which will all be moved and cut to size properly. That's the box it came in. Oh, you can't see that, can you? Sorry, hang on. So going back here then. So that's the microphone, the new microphone stand in its correct position, going up through there to the other side of these brackets that hold the monitors on. Look, see? 2 monitors, and it's over the top of there, like so. You can just about see that. So that's where it's anchored to underneath. Going around this side, that's the box that it came in. And here's the desk. And there's the microphone stand, the new one. Okay? So the cable is wrapped across the top, across the top of that, down through there, up into the bottom of the microphone, and voila. That's how we have it, okay? That's the preamp that the microphone is going through. It's a valve preamp made by Behringer. And once I do that, put this back where it was. Turn off NDI, so we don't need that anymore. Which is cool. And then I can turn off my lav mic. It's the old logo. It's got mixed up. That was not supposed to be on there. There we go. Back to that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is turn my lav mic off. Turn the desk mic on, and as you can hear, this is the 2 seconds. That's the desk mic. 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1. So we're back on the desk mic. We're back on the new microphone stand, which I love because it gives me a longer reach across the desk, and yeah, means that I'm not stretching across trying to get to the microphone. But of course, you can push that back as well. It doesn't have to be right in your face, and also sometimes you can get it out of shot, so that you can still be heard, but it's not right in shot like it is currently. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, I hope that was helpful. If you have any questions, just drop them in the comments. If you're watching this on the replay, thank you very much. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you've not yet subscribed to this channel, please do so and make sure you tick the bell, because that will give you a notification as to when I go live next, which is generally every Monday night BST at 8 p.m. But I thought I'd jump on and do this unboxing of this new microphone boom arm for you, replacing my old one. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.